In its first 2 decades, Kaleidoscope established itself as a preeminent social services agency in Illinois. The end of this period, however, brought a national tragedy that compelled Kaleidoscope staff to innovate their services once again.
Jennifer. Unlike Jennifer, a good many AIDS babies will never leave this crib. Her case is one of more than 1,000 orphaned, handicapped, or abused children that Kaleidoscope has rescued from state institutions. Rescued by placing each of them with special, highly qualified foster parents. So no longer will our Jennifers be denied their birthright to a loving family environment.
At the end of '85, we got the first HIV kit. Probably by '86, close to '87, we had 5 of them. And over a period of time, they all died.
We were the first agency to do the pediatric AIDS foster care program. So everything was new, and people didn't really know very much about how transmissible the disease was.
Luckily, within a few years, they did develop better drugs. And so more and more kids were actually being kept at home. And so the pediatric AIDS program started to take more diverse medical youth, including kids with cancer or cerebral palsy or other type of medical complexities. There was the Amanda Wallace case, which in that tragedy, what ended up happening was people got very fearful, including judges at juvenile court, to return children home.
The strong driving desire to return children to their parents, that was a shift then. And we went from every child should go back home to, oh, no, maybe not. We need to really be thinking about children's safety. And that pendulum swings with these high-profile cases, whereas the experience of child welfare workers is really more nuanced.
In Illinois, there's a 4,000-page policy manual. It's online. No one knows or could possibly know what's in a 4,000-page policy manual. So as opposed to thinking about practice, your folks are always trying to think about, are we following policy? Child protection has to stay on the table, but how do we create a larger lens in the business model so that child protection isn't the only thing?
That's part of the Kaleidoscope legacy of seeing a system and saying this isn't good enough. We're going to do something different.
DCFS had been identifying all these teenage girls who were having pregnancy and having babies in the system and realizing that they didn't have the right set of services or supports, and that there was going to be cracks in the system that these young moms were going to fall through and that their babies were going to fall through. Kaleidoscope created the program so that there was an advocate that was for the mom and the baby with them through those experiences.
And so she came in, she was a feisty little something when she walked in the door. But I let her know there's one adult in this house. That's your child. I'm giving you all permission that he's yours. You take care of your baby, I'm gonna take care of my baby. Whatever you need help with, I'm here for you.
That's
this
mine.
is our mirror. This is his daughter.
I call her Mimi.
You cannot just keep taking kids out of the home and enriching their lives and enriching their experiences without doing that with the parent.
You know, if you sign up to take, the one child, you have to be willing to take, a whole family because you don't want them to separate.
Now
with the help of Intact, that does not have to be a reality. The children can stay home with support for the parent and for the child.
I was always told all my kids was gonna go to the system and things like, those are the things that I was raised, put in my head. And every day I work hard to make sure I'm better than what anybody ever said I was. And that's what I want for my kids. I didn't make it to college, but I want that for my kids.
In foster care, they have their foster parent, right? In ILO, they have us. You have to think about the long-term goal, right? Which is they're gonna age out, they're gonna exit care at 21, in which at that point they're on their own. So if there is a youth who is on that path, who has the goal of independence, they go to programs like ours.
I actually didn't have a plan at all before I met Kaleidoscope. There was nothing. Like, Kaleidoscope kind of sat me down and like had a conversation with me like, hey, what do you want to do? We're gonna support you to lead your life. And that really made a difference to me with the support system that they have, and to know that they wanted me to be a better version of myself. It kind of just pushed me more, and I found the goal and I tackled it.
Kaleidoscope's programs have had a profound impact on Chicago families. In 2022, they supported 849 children and young adults. That included nearly 600 children in their Intact program, 70 youth in foster care, and 30 young adults in the independent living program. But now Kaleidoscope is preparing for another major evolution by applying their model of unconditional care directly to Chicago communities.